You've been watching Russia-Western relations all your adult life. You're steeped in experience. You're a very, very well-known Moscow correspondent. Just paint the picture for us. What's Vladimir Putin up to?
Well, there's two parts to this story. There's a political part in so much as Russia's trying to get approval for a new pipeline that runs through the north, through the Baltic Sea, called Nord Stream 2, which would supply significant amounts of gas to Europe. But on the other hand, you've got the sort of perfect storm of market conditions that have created this situation where the gas prices have spiked. And it started last year, 2020, when you had a particularly mild winter. And at the same time, there was a negotiation between Ukraine and Russia about renewing the transit deal, which brings that gas to Europe. And so everybody stocked up on their gas storage and created a gas glut, and the prices crashed. And as a result of that, then everyone undersupplied the storage going into the summer. And then last winter was a particularly cold one, and you had a particularly hot summer. So everyone went into that with less gas in storage, and suddenly the demand spiked. And on top of that, as your guest was saying, you had the economic recovery coming back much stronger than anyone expected. And on top of that, you had an even stronger recovery in Asia, which sent prices there even higher than they are here. So that sucked away all the LNG supplies. So the terminals around Europe are completely under capacity, which further retracted from the supplies. And so as a result of all these factors coming together, there's this massive shortage of gas in the system. But there's a myth too. I mean, at the moment, the Russians have ramped up their production to all-time highs. And at the same time, their exports to Europe are all-time highs. They're up 20% this year. And it's not enough. That everyone's scrambling around, and it was in the summer, they suddenly realized there's not going to be quite enough, or it's not as much as they'd like, gas going into storage ahead of the heating season, which is just about to start. And the final stick that broke the camel's back, or straw that broke the camel's back, was that there was a fundamental change in the way that gas is bought last year. It used to be a fixed long-term contract deal, and Europe has gone over to a spot market where you just buy trading. And that's been made possible because of the advent of LNG. It used to be a gas pipeline, and you put the gas in at one end and you take it out the other end, and you do a deal for 30 years and you fix the price. And suddenly that arrangement's disappeared and you have to go to a market. So suddenly you have this huge spike in demand, and the markets have reacted, and we're seeing gas prices gone up, as you said, 8-fold, 10-fold, which we've never seen before. But it's because gas is traded as a commodity like oil in a way that it was never traded before. And so all these things have come together at the same time and created this crisis.